Fáilte and welcome to Éire. My name is Ben. I'm here at BMW Motorrad Joe Duffy in Dublin, and I'm here to have a look at a few bikes. But first of all, I just want to say the video isn't sponsored, but I do want to say thank you very much for Joe Duffy BMW Motorrad for inviting me here to come and have a look at a few bikes.
This is their fantastic dealership here in Dublin, and they've got a nice little entry section here as well with a few bikes outside, dealership inside. Nice little clothing area, and then we've got some bikes here as well.
How you doing, everybody? We're going to be taking a look at the F850GS now. So it's not the Adventure, so there are some differences. This has also got the lowered seat and the lowered chassis. So I'll go through it in a bit more detail. We'll have a look, same as the previous video. We're going to be taking a look at the video. We'll do a 360 look around, and we'll mention the standard specification. We'll have a look at the seat height, the technical information, as well as the information on the TFT screen, the handlebars, and so on. So let's get cracking with it. So here is the F850GS. Right, so here is the F850GS. It's finished in racing red. One thing to note, the fairings are quite different to the F850GS Adventure, so just take note of that. This is also a lowered suspension and lowered seat version, which is available as an option. So you can basically adjust. The standard seat height is 860, and again you can have that dropped accordingly with the lower seats and of course lower suspension, so you can have it as low as 805. So again, obviously if comfortable from that perspective. No center stand on this particular one. Again, we have the same wheels on the front, so again they've got the same spoke wheels. I love this, I love that design. You've got the twin brake discs, and obviously you've got switchable ABS as well. We're going to take a look at the headlamp system now and see if there's any difference when compared to the other. Okay, so when we look at the front of the F850GS, we have the LED daytime running light, which is currently on at the moment, and then you've also got an indicator. So again, the same design that carries over from the GS Adventure. Again, I love the little arrow pointing LED indicators. And then also one thing to note, the screen, that is the shape of the standard screen. You obviously can go for a bigger screen. We'll also have a look at the lighting system at the back. Yep, same unit at the back as the GS Adventure. Okay, so the fairings, I like that nice kind of straightforward look. Again, it's a little bit slimmer and not as big as the 850GS Adventure, so something to note there. It still looks very good. It's a very attractive looking bike. We can see here they've obviously gone for the particular plastics there, and there's an air vent there that obviously pops through. So again, different design on the GS Adventure, but again it still has the air vent access there. Move across this to the engine. The engine is the same engine as the GS Adventure. So again, you've got a 95 brake horsepower engine with 92 Newton meters, mated with a 6-speed transmission. One thing to note on the brake lever, a little bit different to the F850 GS Adventure. So again, it doesn't have that extra bit of height adjustment that you can select for it. The foot pegs are a little bit smaller as well, and they've obviously got the rubber pads on there as well. Good looking motor. For passengers, there is space for a passenger to sit on the back. You'll see there's no luggage racks. That's only on the GS Adventure. But there is obviously a top luggage rack that you can put a top case on at optional equipment. Again, they've got the aluminium swing arm, single disc brake disc at the back, obviously ABS as well. Switchable. There's your monoshock adjustments, which can be done there. Coming round, again they've opted for the same setup. Nice tyres, again the same setup on the wheels. Chain drive. You've got your chain cover as well. It's pretty much the same. And again, I love this little highlight of silver We're going to take a look actually under the seats on this one, so I'll open that up shortly and we can take a closer look. Again, obviously your gear lever or gear selector. I'm just going to demonstrate how to take the seat off on these bikes. Very straightforward. You'll see there's a keyhole located over here, and of course all the BMW keys have a key with it. So simple, just pop it in, you'll hear a click just like that, and then you can take it off. Now on the older bikes they had space underneath here, basically to keep your tools and that. There is a space up here. I'm going to take you up there now. That's what the space looks like underneath the seat. So we've got a little compartment here. That's where the little toolkit sits as well. So again, you can put a few bits in there, and then the battery is accessible over here as well. With the previous models, the battery was actually located here, but now that they've moved the fuel tank to here now, I've obviously got a space for the battery. So nice, straightforward. With the other one, when you had to replace the battery, you had to take all the panels off to get access to the battery. So it's nice to see them move to something really simple to get to. Right, so we're going to put the seat back now, and I'll just show you quickly how to put the seat back. Just make sure that the back is aligned basically at the back here. Easy as that. Overall, the F850GS, really nice, good looking bike. It certainly has a lot of pedigree from the previous model, and we could see features from the previous model that they've obviously kept in relation to the newer ones. So we're going to take a look at the seat height now. This is the load version, so getting on the bike and off the bike is going to be very straightforward and easy, and then we'll have a look at some of the controls. I'm going to demonstrate the seat height on this one. So it is the lowered version, so most likely I'll be very comfortable on it from a seating position. So I'll just demonstrate it quickly. Both of my feet are on the ground at the moment, very comfortably. They're not tiptoes. It's very good. It sits well. It feels good. So look, if you're concerned about the height on some of these bikes, you can go for a lowered kit version, which is something this bike has. Obviously we'll have a closer look at the seat for you as well, just so you can see the differences. Obviously with the lowered seat, some of the padding's been removed there in order to make it sit lower, but never know. I'm sure it'll be fine, but all in all, it sits well. Right, we finished up with the seat height, so now we're going to have a look on the bike and see what the controls are like, and we'll also start the bike shortly as well, so stay tuned for that. Right, so we'll get the bike started, or we'll put the ignition on for now. So again, the button is located here. We'll get that started now. Display is going to come up, so that's your TFT startup.
I've got a contract out on it.
Your controls for selecting your menus are on this side here. Obviously that's your indicator, you've got your hooter, that's your ABS, to deselect it or enable it depending on which mode you're in. Obviously that's your lights, your hazards, and this one has cruise control. This one has the prep for it, so there is an optional pack on that. I'll go through the options on this bike shortly. Again, we've got the standard setup on the screen, so you obviously your gear, what gear you're in at the moment. We're currently in neutral. Followed by temperature, automatic headlamps, the main beam is currently on, and then also you've got your standard settings there. Once you start the bike and get moving, those two lights will go out. Obviously your fuel tank is there. This is a 15-litre fuel tank on the 850GS in relation to 23 litres on the Adventure model. Move to the right, so this particular one's got the heated grips, and then of course you have your drive mode, dynamic, enduro. You might see it there. I'll just zoom in now. Rain, road, dynamic, enduro. And then that's your engine start. Mirrors again carry over from the previous model again. If they work out fine, there's no need to replace them there. And of course it has the load screen on this particular one. One thing to note as well, the USB is on the right here, so that is there. And of course you've got the normal standard socket there for charging the bike if you have the BMW charger. We're going to start the bike now and see what it sounds like. Okay, let's get the bike started. So we've got power on at the moment. Initially, you just have to switch. Sounds nice, good nice throaty sound to it. See the controls of that are all, nothing else has come up there. How was that? That was fantastic. It's got a good engine sound, very similar to the F850GS Adventure, but it's a really good looking bike there. I've got the LED light back on and really impressed with it. I'm going to go over exactly what the spec is on this bike now, so let's do that. Okay, the bike has the touring package, which basically gives you the cruise control. So this bike has the cruise control, and it's also got the preparation for the GPS navigation system. It has the keyless ride or keyless start, depending on how you want to say it. So that'll be there's no space for the key as such. It's a matter of just keeping it on your person. And obviously when you start up, the bike starts up. It's got a tire pressure control, and it's got the BMW anti-theft alarm system. And it's finished in racing red. That completes the video. So again, thank you very much for watching. We had a good look at the F850GS, and obviously you can watch the other video, the F850GS Adventure. I'll put the link in the top right. But there it is. It's the F850GS. We had a good look. We had a look through some of the specification on the bike. I mentioned some of the options that have been fitted to this bike in person, through the colour. We went through the technical specification to a degree on the bike, so I hope it's given you a bit of insight. And again, if you're thinking of buying a bike, definitely check out the crowd here at BMW Motorrad Joe Duffy. I'll put the link in the description all the same. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.